cheer. Sure, if I can poke you in the eye, jackass.
You're tuned into The Booth. I'm Nikki Preston, and tonight I'm at the Webster Comedy Club, joined by America's Got Talent 7th season runner-up, Tom Cotter. Tom, tell me what this past season has been like for you, this past year.
It was amazing. It was a blessing. I stepped in leprechaun poop or something. I was very lucky to get on the show and to go as far as I did. I credit Howard Stern being kind of my flag bearer for that whole thing, and it's just been a great blessing for myself. Not just me, but my wife and my kids. They got to go along on the ride with me, and it was amazing. Really.
So you're not living paycheck to paycheck, eating out at McDonald's anymore.
We still eat at McDonald's because that is my children's favorite place to eat, and we're bad parents. But yeah, you know, I'll tell you what. When you're married to a comic, which I am. There's very little health insurance, life insurance, retirement funding, and college education stowed away. So this year was such a blessing in that regard that we can start planning for a retirement, which is woefully underfunded in our family. But now we're kind of getting a jump on that, and college tuitions and all those things. Because a comic is a very risky career.
She loves him so much, she's head over heels. If she loves him so much, she should put her heels over her head.
Have you ever thought about playing it safe?
You know, I chose this path. That is the road less traveled, Nikki, but it is the road that I'm on, and I like it, and I'm going to stick to it. I will never quit doing comedy. It'll always at least be a hobby. Even if I get a day job or a radio gig or a TV gig, I'll always do stand-up. I love it.
Now, I gotta admit, I'm pretty mad. I was watching your season, and, you know, I guess people like dogs, but those fuzzy creatures, I mean, they beat out you. You gotta feel a little bit insulted that a dog beat you. I mean,
I had almost forgotten about it until you just brought it up again. Thank you, Nikki.
I'm sorry for that.
No, I'm not bitter. W.C. Fields said famously, and it's been repeated a million times, never follow children or pets on stage, because you can't. Clearly, I couldn't, but I'm so honored to be in second place. Comics never made the finals, so that was a neat thing for me. And I honestly, this isn't fake humble pie. I really didn't think I'd be there at the end. I thought I would be eliminated much earlier than that based on previous seasons. But again, because I had Howie and Howard as 2 out of the 3 judges who are big comedy fans, it worked out well for me. It was
Looking for a needle in a haystack. Who's shooting up in the barn? That's my question.
I mean, you've done a little bit of everything. You've performed on cruise ships, done Pepsi commercials, you had a half-hour show on Comedy Central. What haven't you done, or what do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Something at the Playboy Mansion. Anything at the Playboy Mansion would be fun. I want to do more TV. I'll tell you, TV puts people in seats at comedy clubs and theaters. So that one helps the other, you know. So that's why I want to keep doing both. If I can, you know, I have a pilot I'm doing this fall with NBC, and if that goes, then that'll fill up more seats. And you know, a bigger crowd for a comic is much better than a small crowd. So that's what I want. I want to keep doing stand-up and be able to provide for my family, still be around enough that I'm not the absentee dad, which is a challenge. And right now, life is good. I'm very happy and blessed.
Now, how was it working with your wife? I mean, did you two want to, like, rip each other's hair out by the end of the night? You were doing that one show on the WE Network, a reality show called Too Funny. How was that experience?
That was interesting. I'll call it interesting because the twins were really young. They were 2 years old, and we went on the road with them, and they filmed 1 episode in Montreal, 1 in Las Vegas, 1 in L.A., 2 in New York, and 1 up in the boonies, even more boonies than here, up in, I don't know, way up in northern New York. And so it was a fun experience. Would I do it again? Probably not. But the wife and I, our styles of comedy are dramatically different. I'm a one-liner guy, and she's like a storyteller. So for us to do the comedy team thing, which was what that show was about, it's hard for us to write that. And she went further than I did, by the way, on Last Comic Standing, and I hear about that every time we have an argument. So
is she funnier? Can you know?
In my mind, she's funnier. Yeah, she's very humorous.
How is it at home? Are you two, like, telling jokes? I mean, I could see you even in the bedroom, like, you two battling it, telling jokes, or...
Well, she does laugh in the bedroom, but it's usually pointing, and it's very sad. But yeah, my kids are hams. You know, my kids all have that kind of comedy gene in them, of course, because they're getting it from both sides. So we have a lot of laughs at home. And again, I feel like I stepped in unicorn poop or something. I'm a very lucky man.
Why, he's really been down on himself.
Now, I heard said that you're working on a book or thinking of an idea for that. Is that true?
We have 3 in the works. One is a book of just horrible poetry that I've written, like Tom Cotter's pitiful poetry. And another one is about, I used to be a cop on Nantucket Island off Massachusetts, so that one's Nantucket 5-0. And then the other one is just bad parenting advice. It's Tom Cotter's guide to raising a douchebag, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I don't think your kids would probably say that.
You said it tongue-in-cheek. I don't give a rat's ass. Who wants to receive a rat's ass?
Can you give me any secrets, like on America's Got Talent? Like, was Mariah Carey coming on, like, and bitching at Nick, or?
No, Mariah Carey made a couple of appearances. You know who was there a lot that people don't know? Ozzy Osbourne was there a lot because Sharon was the judge my year. So and then Beth is Howard Stern's wife. She was there quite frequently. I never saw Howie Mandel's wife the entire season. She just kind of lets him go do his thing, and she holds down the fort.
Any, like, cattiness, though? Like, contestants fighting or judges? Any dog come and bite your ass? I mean, there were a lot of dogs.
When we got there, the first thing they said is, don't touch Howie Mandel. He's a germaphobe, apparently. So the first thing they said to us is, no matter what happens, don't touch Howie. And I'm like, get over yourself. I don't want him touching me either, you know? Why do you think I'm going to go run up and put my hands all over Howie Mandel? And then later, after the whole thing was over, I have pictures of him, you know, with his arm around me, hugging my kids. So I don't know about the germaphobe thing. I think that might be a farce.
I think that's a lie. He just doesn't want to touch people he doesn't know.
Just makes him interesting, I think.
Well, Tom, once again, thank you so much.
Honored, Nikki. Thank you very much.
TomCotter.com. I love this guy.
I love this woman.
Oh, thank you. Oh, can I have a hug? Are you a germaphobic?
Hell no.
Oh,
Don't let go. Hold me. Just hold me.
I'm holding you.
Hold me.
I'm
Hold me.
holding him.
Hold me. Don't let go.
I'll never let go, Jack. Oh, I mean Tom.
Jack.